Dance for the Billionaire 1&2. A BBW Interracial Romance. By Jewelle Moore. Chapter 1. Chantelle Payne adjusted her long woolen skirt and straightened the hem of her jumper before pressing the buzzer next to the heavy door, painted an uncompromising black. Yes? The door swung open without a sound, and she was startled by the appearance of the man who looked as though he had to stoop to avoid hitting the tops of most doorways. "I'm here to see Mr. Armstrong," she explained, fighting the urge to run back to her car and speed away. "For what purpose?" The man, obviously a bouncer, looked her slowly up and down. Chantelle cringed inside. She knew that she wasn't dressed appropriately. She'd had to rush out of her last lecture and had risked getting a speeding ticket to get to the club on time. "I have an audition." The man's lips curved into a smirk. He dismissed her chances with the single word, "Sure." Instantly annoyed, Chantelle straightened her shoulders, glared up at him, and said with all the hauteur she could muster, "I don't have time to stand here all day." "Sorry," he apologized, seeming to remember that it wasn't his place to assess her suitability. "Please come inside. I'll tell the boss you're here." Chantelle stepped through the fire door into the lavishly furnished club. Never in a million years would she have imagined that she would be here today, but life had left her little choice. "Are you Elle?" asked a cultured, well-modulated voice with an American twang from behind her. Turning, Chantelle took in the man who was a blast from the past, well, her parents' past, not her own. Wearing a psychedelic shirt and flared red trousers, Colin Armstrong looked as if he was playing the part of a pimp in a blaxploitation movie. He swirled a cane in his slim right hand, and even from a few feet away, Chantelle noticed that it was professionally manicured. "Yes," she responded, willing herself not to laugh at his attire. She needed this job too desperately. "I'm Colin." He offered his hand and she shook it. "You're a bit larger than I expected, but your face is gorgeous." Chantelle would have loved nothing better than to tell him to go jump into a lake, but she kept her features composed as he assessed her with unnerving thoroughness. "If you can dance, I would be willing to take you on, if you promise to start going to the gym regularly. Do you mind if we start the audition, please?" Time was a precious commodity she had little of. The last thing she needed was to waste time making promises she would only have to keep if he offered her the job. "By all means." His lips pursed primly.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?